Hey subscribers! See, that's from my old YouTube channel! Hello, Sebastian again. Horrible start to the video. Back again. Where am I? So, what am I going to be addressing in this video? Well, as last video, we talked about the Charlie Kirk situation, and I said I would make a part 2. Well, I straight up lied. I realized what I wanted to do with this YouTube channel, and I think I do know what I want to do. I don't want to go heavy into news, policy, stuff like that. I think this is just a great way for me to get stuff off of my chest and just to talk about things, you know? So, hopefully this is better lighting than the last video. Also, where did the goatee go? What? It's a mustache now. Yeah, it is. Well, let's get straight into it. So, today's video, we're going to be talking about mental health, my own personal experience for this year, my mental health struggles. It's going to go from segments of mental health into porn addiction that I dealt very heavily with and affected me a lot. And then into my ex. Let's start. So first, addressing mental health. I have dealt with my own stuff. Also, if I'm smiling, like I said in the last video, if I'm smiling or laughing, it's the way I cope with things. So, with mental health, this year was pretty bad, to say the least. So I'm huge into panic attacks. I've had panic attacks for most years of my life, and I've never really spoken out with them. I haven't told people that are really close to me, like my own mother, about much of them. But they got really bad, like December, January, of this past year. And so why is that? So earlier this year I got my first actual girlfriend. And well, that was an experience. So over time during that, it wasn't a long relationship, but it was a relationship compared to my past situationships, I guess you could call it. It was pretty great at the start. I was able to open up to someone further than I've even opened up with my own mother or sister or people who were even closer to me. So it was a way to open up that was far better than before. It went downhill pretty quickly. Last summer, I dealt with a heavy porn addiction, and I've spoken out against this with others and stuff like that. I think porn is horrible. I think porn damages your mind, damages your brain, and I'll get into that more in the next video because I do really want to do a long form video on how porn affects your brain, and it is very damaging to the brain. Especially when you're introduced to it at a very young age. It is horrible. But I had withdrawals. I tried to get past it, and I did for a while. Now, at the beginning of that relationship, it was pretty great. I didn't have to deal with anything porn-related wise. But see, that's where it gets ya. I started to have those withdrawals because it was about a 4 or 5 months without it. It was going pretty strong. Thing is, I didn't go out and seek help for this situation. I just dealt with it on my own because for some reason, I think I'm Superman. I could do it myself. Well, Superman actually gets his allies. It's more Batman that's like, I'm gonna do this myself. I'm Batman. So I dealt with that for a while, and I got off of it. Beginning of the relationship started off well, and now here's where it went downhill. I went back into it around my birthday time, and that's pretty much a few weeks later the relationship ended because guess what? When you're a porn addict, you become obsessed. When you become obsessed with someone or anything, it's bad. So I became obsessed in the relationship, and I'll say this is difficult to say, but it was definitely my fault. I I I followed her because we had our locations with each other. I will say the issue with that relationship is, guys, if you're getting into a relationship, don't go into it too quickly because both of us, I think, moved along way too quickly. Things were not going at a slow pace. Uh, I do have my notes here. It's just hard to say even on camera. Jesus Christ. Wow. It is really great to get out, though, to speak out loud. Now that I'm thinking about it, it's getting a raw, unedited reaction of me. Jesus. Wow. Ah. Huh. So that relationship wasn't long. It was quite short, actually. But it was my first one, and it was intriguing how porn really affected it. Obviously, I think we just weren't a great match in the first place. Like, we had a lot of stuff that we didn't have in common. We had different goals, different aspirations. We just were completely different people, and we just really weren't suited for each other. But, man, I wasn't realizing how much that would have affected me after the breakup. After the breakup, see, I already had like an eating issue before, but it got really bad after. I was eating like a meal a day. I was doing cardio nonstop. Cardio. Except you're doing cardio, you're eating one meal a day, you're burning insane amount of calories. That's not sustainable. Plus, I'm assuming I had like an extreme anxiety, but I'm assuming the throwing up, I ended up throwing up a lot. That came from anxiety. And just reaching out didn't help. Not reaching out to others or talking about the situation to others just didn't help. I just held all this in for a long time, actually. It was halfway through the summer, and I had a massive panic attack. One of the worst I ever had. That was a game changer for me. It was scary how that felt. And eventually I did seek help. I talked to others. I got a good routine. But man, it's funny. I'm going through this so quickly, but I just want to get this off as quickly as possible because it was a tough experience. I definitely should have reached out, and I'm just urging to others out there, if you're going through anything, relationships, heartbreak, that's also relationships, but like any just tough time you're going through, whether that's work, whether that's routine, whether that's your relationship with someone or your relationship in family and other areas of life, school, work, you have to talk about it with someone, get that out of your system, because if you just keep that bottled up, it destroys you. From my personal experience, it was one of the scariest times of my life. While I might have not been I did do great physically midway through the summer this year, man, was I mentally scared for my life. And I urge you, if you are dealing with any situation or you just need to talk about something with someone, find that person. Even if it takes like someone that you don't know, like I'm just urging talk. Talk. It helps. Now, the main reason I'm getting this out on YouTube and just out into the public is because I'm urging people, but also it just feels great for me to express my own life unedited, me saying all the time and not actually getting it out from this script that I wrote here. it's just an easy flow. It's easy to get out, and I actually just feel relieved being able to speak this out online. Now, yes, I have talked with others about this situation, and I have I have gone through my own journey, and I'm still going through it. I'll just say to the fact that I want to get this out. I want others to know what I've gone through because life's shit. But life's also great at times. And those great times really outshine the shit times. Now, I have been suicidal in the past. I've dealt with suicidal thoughts. And I urge you, please, seek help. Seek someone to talk to. And if it comes down to suicide, reach out to a hotline. The numbers that are available, it is extremely useful resource. I'll link them down below. It has helped me, the people I've talked to, the routine I've built, everything I've done, like routine, like building, oh my God. Actually, I'm going to even clarify routine even better because routine is great. It is like the best thing ever. Man, I was like midway through June of this summer, worst experience of my life. But when I started working again, I got into my routine. I found people that appreciated me and I got to do the work that I cared for. I found so much joy in that. And it makes you forget about all of the bullshit in your life. Cause, man, again, life's shit. But, yeah, I mean, I don't really know what else to say in this video besides this is just me expressing that mental health is extremely urgent. You should take it seriously. Take care of yourself. Because, man, if you just focus on other people, and keep apologizing for yourself, thinking that you're in the wrong, you're not gonna do so great, and then you're gonna go to the gutter. Because it's not good for your mental health. But yeah, I mean, this is pretty much just a rant of me explaining, not in detail, but me just having a shit experience this year. That's all. Thanks. Before the video ends, end notes. If you want to know where that subscribers came from, let me tell you. SebTMC_. Why? Well, actually, that's my PlayStation username. Oh, no. Just search up SebTMC on YouTube. You'll see all my fun, young videos of me being ridiculous and an inspiring YouTuber that did ridiculous things in middle school. If you want to know, it's out there.